Welcome to day 13 of our 30 days AI automation challenge. Today we are going to build something very unique, something very different. Today we are going to actually build a voice AI agent such that if we tell the voice AI agent help us do this, the voice agent will actually help us do it. And this is exactly what we are going to be building, voice AI agent. Kindly help me subscribe to the channel and like this video. Now if you come to this voice, this is exactly what we are going to be building today. So we are going to be using the voice AI agent from here, and once we build it, we attached an open AI model to it, of course, and then we're also going to attach my contacts to it. And we are going to add our contacts to our Google Sheet such that it will pick a particular name and email from the Google Sheet and then write an email for us and send it directly to email just by telling it what to do with the mouth. That's voice agent. So this is exactly what we are going to be doing today, and let's begin. Now for us to begin, we are not actually coming here. We are going to a platform called ElevenLabs. Now we are going to start from here before we move to NetN, right? So to ElevenLabs, you can just click on here. Once you register, go to ElevenLabs.io. Once you register, it will bring you here. Well, just register with your email and name, right? To just bring you here. Once it brings you here, this is your dashboard. Please click on here and then click on 11 agents. Now when you are trying to register, it will actually ask you what do you want to register as, either as 11 agents, 11 creative, or 11 API. If you choose 11 agent, it will show you this interface. But if you choose 11 creative, you have to come here and choose it back. So it must be on 11 agents because we actually want to create an agent. It's a voice agent. Now, ElevenLabs is actually a software that is used in converting text to speech. Most of you already know it, especially those who are doing YouTube channel automation. So if you come here, you can see that you can use it to do a lot of things. I will show you when we get there, but for now, let's focus on AI agent. So on here, you can see that it has the knowledge base, the AIDs, and all of that. Now let's click on, you can see I've created one already, and you can see it here. All right, so let's click on agents. And let's see the one that I've created before and to see how we can create our own. I've created this one before as a test, so we can just click on new agent. Your own, you might not see anyone here if you have not created any. It's just for you to create on new agent. Now when you create on new agent, it's going to ask you, do you want to start from blank, from scratch, or do you want to use any of the templates? Now they are giving up to 2 templates for you to use. There are more templates, but they classify them into 2. But please permit me to explain what they are to you before we start building our own, because we actually want to build our own from scratch. But then let me explain more of this. Let's say I want to use this business agent. I'll click on it and it shows us that we can create what industry are we creating it under: real estate, healthcare, finance, banking. Yeah, of course you can see education, a lot of other things here. All right, you can just pick anyone here and start trying. So okay, let's say we want to pick this. It's important that I showed you for those of you who want to use this customized one. Now for under real estate, they're asking us what is our agent supposed to do. Is that okay? Under customer support, outbound sales, let's just choose customer support. You can choose anyone here. All right, so let's click on it, and you can see that he's using, we can add tools, you can add a knowledge base. We will add this later, but if you want to add them, you can add them from here, but we can click on continue, and then or you can just click on skip. Rather, we want to skip these 2 and create it at once. So click on create, skip, and it's asking us what is the name of our agent. So I can just rename it, let's say Denini. All right, so you have a website, you can choose any website. All right, www, let me just use Express Tech website or job website, Express Tech jobs.com, and then just help us build my automation. Just give it anything that you want to give it. Help us build my agent, right? Help us build my agent, and then can click on create agent. That's all. All right, so they said complete the URL. It must have to have YouTube. Okay, let me copy it. The URL does not have HTTPS. Let me copy it and paste it here. Sorry, I think I did a mistake. So let me click on create so they can give us the right thing. All right, so you see it must have this. So let me click on this and then copy it. Sorry, I'll copy it and then put it here at the end here. paste it here. So let me remove, of course, when you put www, you need to remove the www, all right? If you put the https, you need to remove the www. So let's click on create agent. That website is now correct and it's now automatically going to create it based on that template. So the AI agent is also going to behave according to the template that you choose, right? So let it finish, and we can also do our own. It's still going, it's still creating. Let's allow it to create completely, and then we will see. It can actually take some time, especially if your network is not strong enough. Is that okay? It could take you some time. So our own has already created, and you can see it here. So from here, you can now start configuring it and all of that. I don't know why it's taking time. Probably it's because of network. All right, so the agent is here. All right, so you can now try to configure it, but this is just, I'm just trying to illustrate to you. We want to build our own from scratch, right? So we can also go back. Let's go back to here, or let's click on agents, rather click on agents to go back, and you can see that we will now have two agents. Sorry, let me click on agents, or no, let's go back from here. Let's click on here to go back. Let me click again. You should be able to take us back to the ElevenLabs dashboard. Let's click again. You should be able to take us back to the ElevenLabs dashboard. Okay, we can now have two, Denini and Jack. Is that okay? Now let's say we want to create another agent again. Of course, we want to click on new agent, and then you can see, of course, it will still show us this template. So I've explained this one. I want to explain this one as well. Let's say you need for personal assistant, you can click on it. When you click on it, you can see, you can choose any of these and still continue. If you click on this, you just see continue like that, right? But we don't want to click anything, please. We want to return back. I'm just showing you how to use templates. We want to actually create our own from scratch. Is that okay? So let's return back. If the back is not going, you can just click on this. Just click on this. It's still two. So let's click on new again. Sorry, I'm taking out through this. I'm actually trying to explain some of these things to you. All right, so it has brought us here. So when we click on blank agents, let's wait for it to load. It's going to take us, okay, so it's asking us to name it. So it's giving us the name we used before, but we want to name it our own, right? So let me name it Express. All right, Express Tech. All right, and click on create agent. So it's now automatically going to create the agent. Is that okay? So let's let it create, and I'll show you how to configure it. So the agent is creating. Let's leave it. Remember, we have created the other one from the template, but this one is actually from scratch. Depending on your network, it may actually be slow, but if your network is fast, well, it will just be very, very fast. So the agent has been created, and this is it. Let's come back to agent here. Click on agent. Of course, you can see the name here. All right, so you can now see that you can now configure. When you click on agents, you can now configure the system prompt. So the system prompt, of course, you should know what system prompt is by now. System prompt is you telling the AI what to actually do for you. Is that okay? So let me come here and copy this system prompt that I have here and give it to the AI. So I'll copy it like this, come here, and then paste it. Now you can just screenshot it if you want. So the system prompt say you are a friendly and calm personal assistant who loves helping the user with tasks in an approachable way. Your role is to assist the user with sending email. When the user provides details like who the email is for and what it's all about, you will pass the information to any agent and wait for it to respond. So once you got the information from any agent that the email was sent, cheerfully let the us know. So we just want a situation where the AI agent can actually pick up an email from our Google Sheet and then write an email and send to it at our request. Is that okay? Once we say help us do this, it should be able to go and do it. That's what it is. Just screenshot this and tell it to an AI to write this out for you, so they can be able to, in case I did not put it in the video description. So we have seen this. You can also check from here. Let's configure the voice agent. So here you can change the tone. Let's click on here, and then you can see there are a lot of tones here. So those of you who are in Africa, you can try to use African voice, Lagos voice, Nigerian voice. Those of you who are in foreign, you can use it like that. Just use any of the tone that you actually align with whatever you want to build, right? So let's allow it to load, and we can now cross-check some of the models and see. Okay, you can see we have Adams. Let me click on this one and see.
The sound behind you is getting louder.
All right, so that one is foreign. Let me click on this. Hell, smooth.
Anyone who takes the time to listen is either an
okay, these ones are only black and how they call foreign. Let me search for black. All right, click on search for black. If you want black, why not? You can use it, but I don't want to actually waste time. I say Nejekti Tonya, black woman, Amara, Nidia. Which one should I even choose here? Let me just choose Bobby, black American voice. Is it black American? I don't like anything. Okay, let me just choose this one, George. Let me click on it. You should be able to play. It's network. Let's allow it to play. It shouldn't waste my time.
Hello, my name is George, and not to brag,
if we use this one, that means this is the one we are going to use, but we can use any. In fact, let me use this one. Let me just use any one, just to show you that you can actually use it. So if you want to use anyone, click on it. If you want to test if it's working, click on this play icon. Is that okay? So let's allow you to get activated. You just choose the voice that remember, the voice you choose will actually going to be the voice that the AI will be using. We are building a voice agent, of course. You should understand. So leave everything like this and let's close it. Is that okay? So let's scroll down. Just leave everything the way it is. English, US English, all these things, just leave them the way they are like this. We are okay with them. Is that okay? Now what I want you to know is, you can see here we have procedures, we have workflow, we have branches. Come to knowledge base. We are going to choose to your knowledge base. Under knowledge base is where we are going to give our voice agents documents and more information that you will be able to know. So if we tell the voice agent, help us do this, and that thing is not maybe within the system prompt that we give, you should be able to fetch this. We try to build a rack from the other classes. Is that okay? Where we said, okay, if the student comes to say how much is cybersecurity and you don't have the details within you, please use our information in the drive. We have built that before. Is that so? This is what knowledge base is. Give it more information. Is that okay? To help you, do more work. Is that okay? So we can click on add document, and we can add a URL, or we can add a document. To add a document, I already have a document here. You just click on document. With your own, you can click on file, and it will bring you to somewhere where you need to add a file. You need to add a file, but me, please, I don't want, because I already have a file. I don't want to bring any file. I already have a file because I've been using this, right? So I'll just click on express take. Sorry, this is the file here. Is that okay? Now I still want to add the website of the company. All right, so that you can be able to also go to the website and check more information. So to do that, as you can see, click on add document, and then I can see click on URL. Or your own, you can cut the URL and then put the right info. If I click on URL, you can see they ask me to put the URL, but I don't want to put any URL because I already put URL and it popped up for me to reuse. So I've used it here. So we now feed it with two documents: the PDF that carries information about my company, and the URL that is the website of my company, so I can be able to support it to have more information. Now the next thing to also do to this AI agent is to give it more tools. Is that okay? To give it more tools. Now let's come to more tools, and if I click on here, you can see that we will have tools here, but your own, you will not have any tool. You will not have any tool at all to choose. But me, I've created a tool. Is that okay? So if you don't have any tool, you have to go back to the dashboard and create it. And to go back to the dashboard, let's go back, click on here. We'll go and create the tool before you now come back. Is that okay? Let me go back to the dashboard. Let me go back. Sorry, I have to go back directly to where the dashboard. We can't create the tool from here. Right, so let's go back. Okay, so this is the dashboard. It should be able to show us let it show us our agent that we have created before we go and create it. All right, so we have Dennis Express Tech here. We have Express Tech here. So let's go to tools, click on it, and then let's now add our tools. So under the tools, please pay attention. We have add the webhook, add the client tool, add an integration tool. All right, so we want to add a webhook. Is that okay? So let's click on webhook. You can see the one I've created is here. Now let's name it something. So I will name it Dennis Local, for example. Just naming anything you want to name. Then this description is help me with my request. All right, help with my request, not help me with my request. That's tautology. Let's help with my request. So let's come down and click on get, and then let's click on post. Is that okay? Choose post. Now we need to add the post URL. Now we have to go back to our NetN. I know that most of you will be asking, are we not going to be using our NetN? We will use it. We've just started using it. So let's click on here and let's add a webhook. Is that okay? Let's say webhook. Click on webhook, click on it like this, and then of course we need to configure it. Then check this get here to post, because we change it from there to post. Then under here, this part, just name it anything. For me, I want to name it let me say NetN or NetN. Let me just choose anything. Dennis. I'll put Dennis, and just name it anything in order for this hook, this URL to be shortened. Let it not be too long. Is that okay? So the authentication, you can leave it like that. Then the response, please put it on respond to webhook node. We will actually change it in future, but let's just leave it at this. Is that okay? For now we are done. We will still come back to it, but for now we are done. So let me close it. And sorry, I don't want to close it. Let me open it and copy this URL, right? And then come back to our ElevenLabs and then paste the link here. The link we copy from there, you can see it here. Now the end is Dennis. All right, so let's scroll down. We are not yet done. We are still configuring the tool that we'll use to fill our NetN, our voice chat. Is that okay? So here we have this description. I think the description is, our description is, this is to help send an email on my behalf. Is that okay? So we are telling the AI agent to help us send emails on our behalf. So we are giving a description. All right, so let's come down under filter. We need to choose to, just write to. So it's writing the image to somebody, so we need to write to. And then here the description for this to will be the person, the image will be sent to the person to send the email to, right? The person to send the email to. All right, so let's come down. Leave everything the way it is. And then let's come down, let's add another property, and then here we'll now add email content. So the person is sending the email to, and then the email content, right? So just type email content without spacing it. Is that okay? Here is the content, right? The content or body of the email. All right, here is the content at the body of the email. So we are done with everything here. So just click on add a tool. Is that okay? So Dennis local, the name was okay, so it means that the name should be closed and not spaced. Let's click on add tool again, and it should be able to add this time around, so that we can now go and fill it to our agent. Is that okay? So let's go. All right, so it has been created for us, and all we have to do is let's go back to our agent, which is Express Tech. Remember the name. All right, sorry, this thing is popping up. Please close it. Once it pops up like this, close it. All right, now sorry, I'm closing it. Now let's come back to our agent, which is Express Tech. So we want to fill that tool inside of the Express Tech, right? So let's click on it. So let's allow it some time. All right, so it's currently loading. It's loading. Let's allow it some time to load, and then we can now add the tool into it. The network is actually a bit bad on my end, that's why it's delaying like this. But let's click on where this is the Express Tech already. This is the AI voice agent. Now let's click on tool. Click on tool, and then, so please, where you will know that it's your agent is here, actually here, right? Let's click on tool, and then we will now see that tool here, Dennis local. See the one I created before, see the one I just created. So click on it, and then it has already been filled into it. So with this, we are done from here for now. We'll still come back to test it if it's working, but with any creation, we are done now. So let's go back to our NetN, and then let's close it, and then you can see that we now have this here, right? All right, so the next thing to do is remember what we are trying to build, this one. So the next thing to give is to put it an AI agent. Is that okay? So to put an agent, let's click on here, and then let's put AI agent. All right, let's put the AI agent. All right, let's click on here. Now let's click on the this one here. Let's define it below. all right, define it below. We'll actually come back to this, all right, is that okay? We'll come back to it later when we have executed at least first thing, but for now let's leave it like this, and then let's click on add option, and then let's click on system message. Remember, every agent has a system message. Is that okay? Every agent has a system message. So what is our system message? I want it, this message is actually different from this one. Is that the one we put on the AI agents? Is that on the voice agent from the ElevenLabs? Let's come here, and this is the prompt I have. Is that okay? Now let me show you how I generated that prompt. So I will just put it in the video description so that you get it. There's no need wasting time. Is that okay? All right, so let's come back, and then let me expand it. And so that you can be able to see clearly what I'm doing, right? Let me expand it, and then click on here and paste it here. So this is the prompt. You can screenshot it and tell an AI to actually give you everything here. So this is it. You are an AI email assistant responsible for drafting and sending professional emails based on user instruction. You have access to the following tools, blah blah blah. This is it. So everything here is correct, right? But please, you can screenshot it, please, so that you can be able to get it. When you screenshot it, let me go up again and then screenshot the last one. Is that okay? Join them together and then use them. So we are done with this. The prompt is okay, and here is okay. Let's click on close, and then of course the AI agent needs a model. So let's click on here and add open model, open chat model. Click on here, and then of course you can see this. Let's click claim. I'm actually using a new account. That's why I say claim a free account. Okay, so we can use ChatGPT 5.0. If you want to use it, why not? It's okay, but for now we want it like this. We are done. Let's click on it. All right, now the next thing to do also again is we need this particular my contact, the Google cell that carries my contact. To do this Google sheet, I wanted to create a Google sheet like this that shows name, phone number and email, right? Name, phone number and email. So you can I just wanted to create everything like this now so that I can be able to do. Remember the name, the title, which is very important, my contact. Just put some 2 or 3 emails so I can use it to experiment. So create this first before we do what we're about to do. So come back if you have created it, and then we don't need a memory. A memory is actually when we are building something that has to do with remembering conversations. For example, when we are doing WhatsApp agents, website agents, something that can be able to remember something, that's why we need a memory. This one is not remembering anything, so we don't need a memory. Even if we check what we are trying to build here, there's no memory there. So I build this myself anyway. So let's come back and click on tool, and on that tool we are going to put sheet, right? Sheet, and then click on Google Sheets, and then let's connect it. So of course your own, if you have been using, this is a free account, that's why I'm trying to log in fresh. So that this how they call this email Google Sheet I create is under which email? It's under this particular email. So let me log in. Sorry, it's going to take us some time. Continue. All right, it's going to log successfully. All right, so it has logged successfully, and you can see it here, right? So it's here already. So total description says tools description rather set automatically, sheet within document like this. What is the document name? Let's click on it, and then we select my contact, and then this one is sheet. Let's sheet 1. It's only carry sheet 1. You should understand what this means by now, right? So let's come back to here and let's rename it, please. Rename it with the same name that you put on your sheet, my contact. Is that okay? So everything is okay for now. Let's leave it now and click on open. So it's now here. The next thing to do is to now, after the voice agent must have received it, pick that email from here, what should it do? And this is what it should do. It should send an email to here. Is that okay? All right, now let's come back and let's click another tool again, and then click on Gmail. Now please pay attention. Under this Gmail we type, we have Gmail request human approval for tools, then Gmail consume the Gmail API. Please don't use this first one, request human approval. It will not work. Just use the second one. We use on it, and then of course this is a new account, that's why it's still doing like this. Let me log in. Of course, log in with the email that is going to be used. All these things are very simple. You should know that. Now of course you're seeing that I'm repeating this. It means that if your account you have this 14 days account, the one on the cloud, right? So if you have used it and it has expired, all right, so please, you can create a new account and continue this, and that's what I just did here. Is that okay? So everything has been configured, and now let's see, set automatically, set this. Now under these two, we actually want it to carry specific people that said it. Not, we don't want to put a particular email. It will be dynamic. It's going to be a variable. Is that okay? So we are going to click on expression, of course, as usual. Click on expression and then put our calling brackets and then say from AI, sorry, dollar from AI. All right, of course, as usual, dollar from AI, and then to where? To email address. Is that okay? So put your quotes and then put email address. Is that okay? Double quotes, and then inside of it you have email address, and then at the end of the day you can see it is correct here. All right, so the next one is subject. Under subject, again, let's put it on expression, and then let's put our double curly bracket, then dollar from AI. Let's choose the first one, and then let's now put our quote and then say subject. Is that okay? It will be determined by it. So then under HTML, please leave it like this, and then under the message, put it on the expression, and then your curly bracket again, dollar from AI. Is that okay? And then your quotes again, and then put email content. Is that okay? Email content. And then with this, I think we are done with this step, and then everything here is okay like this. Just leave it the way it is like this, and then let's click on here. So we have built it. We are gradually getting through to the end. The last one is after it has sent the email, it should be able to return back to us and tell us that okay, we have sent the message. Is that okay? So it will pick the number of the email, send the mail, and return back to us and say okay, we are done. So for do that, we'll click here and add webhook. It's the same webhook. Is that okay? But under this webhook, let me show you something. Webhook, type it completely and you see respond to webhook, not just the normal webhook. This one here was the first webhook, which is the trigger. Is that okay? That starts the thing. This one is respond to webhook. Is that okay? So let's click on it. And of course we need to configure it, but no, there's nothing to configure here. Just leave it the way it is like this, please. Leave it the way it is like this, and then click on it. Now we are actually practically done with everything that we are building. Right now the time is now to test if it's working. But before you do that, remember we have not configured this, right? We have not configured this. So to do that, let's come here, and what I want now also need to do is I would like to change this. I would like to change this to send email. Is that okay? Send email, and I'll tell you why I'm turning it to send email exactly the way it is like this. Because if we come down, close it. All right, let's close it and let's come down. If you come down to, I think, where is that prompt? Let me show you something. Let me click on here, the prompt that is supposed to give you. See here, let's scroll down and then let me open it clearly, so I will show you why I renamed that email to email. So if I come here, I say you have access to the following tools: my contact, and then send email. Are you seeing it? So it must have to be like this. We have named this one my contact, right? So this one also must follow that that protocol. So that's why we are naming it like that. So let's return back and then return back again. So once we have renamed everything is okay like this. So here we now want to test if it's working, right? So please, first of all, what we need to do is, please, first of all, disconnect this, right? Okay, we want to test this one, which is the trigger, to see if it's working. So double click on it, and please change this using respond to webhook node, change it to immediately. And then once you change it to immediately, click on listen to event. Now once you click on listen to event, let's come back here and then let's click on preview. We are going back to our ElevenLabs to test run if that one is actually working. Now let's click on here and see.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Send a message to Dennis, tell him I love him so much. That's all.
Your email to Dennis expressing your love has been sent. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Have a wonderful day.
Let's come back. The MC is here. Let's come back. And then everything is working. Now let me come back here. and then you can now see it here. So under here we now want to map this, and we are mapping it with actually email. All right, so I don't know why this thing is clicking like this. If I click here, let's click here, and of course let me click on expression and click email. All right, yeah, we just type email, and then let me pick this email to Dennis, email to. All right, you will see it, email to. Remember we created it from there. Is that okay? So you can also click on it, and you also want it to carry the contents of the message. I love him so much. Is that okay? So you can just put email content, and then pick this love the contents and map it. You should be able to know how to do this by now. So when we are done with this, and we can execute it to see, but we don't want to execute from here. Let's click it. Now I think everything should work perfectly now. So now let's click on execute option, ensure that it's connected and everything is connected, right? So let's click on execute option, and I will come here to my AI, and then let me start a new conversation again. Click on it.
Hello, how can I help you today?
Help me send a message to Dennis. Tell him I love him so much.
Your message has been sent to Dennis. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
All right, so they say the message has been sent to Dennis. Is there anything else I can help you with? Please, let's come back. See, this is the Dennis I'm actually telling him to send a message to. Is that okay? So is this my email here? So let's see. Let's come back to my email, and I can see if I can be able to find this email. So you can see, of course, the message is here. I love you, and you can see personal message here. This message was sent to, hello Dennis, I love you. Is that okay? So it has completely sent. If I return back here, you see that everything here is in green tick. So this is how to actually build a simple AI voice note. But please let me advise you and give you something. See, if you are trying to do this thing and it's not working, please pay attention. You see the naming of this thing, all right, and the naming you are doing in your email, please should be identical, should be the same. More so, the naming that you are also putting in your AI agent, is that okay? The naming you are giving here, let me open this and show you. I want to still show you again because it's very important. The naming you are saying, you said you have access to the following to my contacts. So you can see that the same is the same thing you name that Gmail, that Google Sheet must be the same throughout the prompts. If it's not so, it will not work. And even you say to, that's number one, my contact, number two, send email. So even this send email, you have to rename it exactly the way I just did here. Let me show you. It's exactly the way I just did it here. If you do it correctly, you should be able to receive a message. Is that okay? So practice this, post it on social media, post it on the comment section, give you a takeaway, and of course help me like and subscribe the video. I'll see you in the next class.